a lot of the values in network access. So, I mean, I'm assuming you're guiding here to significant margin expansion, but can you just clarify what you expect from CapEx trends in the industry, given this focus on access? And the second point is, why would you close down opportunities where you can get a decent return on capital employed of 15%? Cost of capital probably, with a sensible balance sheet is actually single digit. So, why so aggressive on return on capital?
Well, a numbers guy is of course Lars. So.
Why so aggressive? We think, of course, it's very important to use the capital in a good way. And I mean, we can also see that it's in some way it is in a reach. And if you look at our mobile assets, half mature, take Russia for example, they have a fantastic return on capital employed. Even if we have invested as much as we needed to, it's a very, very good return. And I would say in many of our mobile assets, we see a good return. So it's not for us to holding back. But I mean, when Kazakhstan had turned the corner, when I mean Croatia is coming there, we actually see that this will happen. And we have invested now, as you saw, roughly 4 or 5 billion per annum, something like that. And I think that is, we haven't given a forecast going forward, but it's not so that we are holding back on capex, but we try to do it in a smart way.
Maybe it's a very good observation, because we are sort of on the brink of the second revolution, and that's the revolution of data. So will that make us put much more capex into the system? And as Laura said, I don't think so. I think we are today at 12-13% capex over sales, and I think we're going to stay roughly there. We're not guiding on the future, but I don't see us hiking up or holding back today. That is not the case at all. And a couple of things. Sorry, Lars, I know that you want to do more, but a couple of things that I think is helping us is our cost-conscious approach to things. We're selectively building out. We are having our joint ventures, both in Sweden and in Norway now. And that is helping us tremendously to hold costs down when it comes to capex. But it's a good observation.
Okay, one question each then. Stefan from Nordea, Peter Kurt from Chevrolet. But we start with Stefan, and then we stop with Peter Kurt. And then it's speaker's corner, of course. Sorry.
Yes, you just said that you have the joint venture in Norway. Given the acquisition now of Network Norway, I guess something will happen with that joint venture. And
it's not much of a joint venture. It's not much of a joint venture anymore.
My question is relating to the financial targets for Norway. You talk about 35% on own network. Now you will have your own network, but you will also have part of the traffic on Telia's network. Can you say something about the long-term EBITDA margin target for Norway? And then also, given the full control of Norway, something will happen with capex and depreciations.
Great question. We will postpone that to Thomas, right?
I'm sorry, Stefan. That is definitely a question that we would like to have during Thomas' presentation, and we will answer it somehow. Yes. PK, your turn, your last.
Thank you. A question for Fredrik, please. You seem to, if I understand you correctly, take a positive view on the role of the operator going forward and the operator's position versus his counterpart. I'd be interested in your thoughts on network neutrality, but I'll move to my second question, straight to one. The youth segment has always been and is important to Tele2. How do you view the threat from social media, mobile voice over IP, as has been widely discussed the last 6 months?
Well, of course, the industry is developing, and as I said, social media is a great way to communicate, and I'm sure that we will see social media communities offer voice services going forward. However, as I said, all these services and the devices by which you connect to them, they need the access. And I think that we have the spectrum, we have the networks, we have the ability to bill. That means measure traffic and bill the right amount to people and businesses. And we have a customer service. I think that we have a very important role. And I think that is actually a great opportunity. And it won't work if you don't have the access. So I actually think...
And maybe just one word on net neutrality, which is an important topic, and Joachim will come back on that as well. And as I said in my slide, you know, we need to have tiered pricing. We need to be able to charge on quality, on speed, and on volume. So we're not in favor of net neutrality.
PK, you have to relax on that one. So 35 minutes past 1 o'clock back here. It's coffee and speakers corner and business corner. Enjoy to talk to the management team for another 20 minutes. Thank you.